Hello, my name is Baldy Shorts, and welcome back to Dream Daddy.
Okay, ooh, Craig. Hey dude, I've got the runs. Oh, I've got just the thing. I'll head to the store and grab you a real chunky milkshake, cherry licorice, and a book of word jumbles that I find helpful in strenuous times such as these. What? Wouldn't that make it worse? Oh, it's not for the diarrhea. Milkshakes are just comforting. Wait, why are we talking about this? By I've got the runs, I meant I feel like running. Oh my God. Wanna come to the gym with me? Wanna come with me to the gym? Why do I feel less excited about that than getting you home remedies for diarrhea? Come on, man, it'll be fun. You know what? Sure. When are we doing this? There's 30 more minutes of this Meat Hill Marathon. I'm outside right now. I'm warming up. Okay. I also would be less excited about the gym. At least let me see if Betty gets away from the wolves in time to get her sopressata wrapped cheesecake out of the oven. Oh my God. The gym has installed these new virtual jogging treadmills. We'll feel like we're running outdoors. You can see the other runners on your screen too. Let's try it out together. Other runners? Will I be able to keep up? Don't worry, we're here to cheer each other on. I'll be right there with you.
Nice.
Just get the rhythm going, keep your heart rate up, but don't overexert yourself. You'll do great. Oh God, what do I have to do?
Run that dad.
Yeah, I'm running. Okay, it's just a running simulator now.
Bro.
Yeah, okay. Get the eggplants! Okay. Craig, I'm coming, Craig! I don't know actually what tactic I'm supposed to be using here for this. I'm not in first at all, but... Get that eggplant! Get that eggplant! Get that eggplant! Am I doing this right? Okay, I'm just... I have no way of gauging if I'm doing this correctly or not.
Hey.
Hi! Eggplant, eggplant, eggplant! It's eggplant time! Whoa, it's very wet coming up. What's... Oh man. Am I doing this right?
Hey.
I didn't know I'd be doing a mini game for this. You hear the clicking noise, I'm sorry. Is it eggplant time again? I think eggplant time happens when we pass people.
Bro.
Okay. Yep, see, we're about to pass. Finished! S++!
That was a gold medal.
Way to go!
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, so we've done all of the dads on one date. So we're going back to the beginning. We're going with Matt again. Let's message him. Look at the situations positively. Instead of messaging the guy, why don't I just walk over and grab some coffee? I'm feeling really sluggish today anyway. Amanda sticks her head out of her room. Father, want to go to the coffee spoon? Oh, so you get called cool once and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo-jazz and stuff? Amanda, are you going to bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology? Look, honey, do you want me to buy you coffee or not? Let me grab my laptop and my leather-bound journal. Amanda and I make the short walk over to the coffee spoon. The place is quiet today, just a few people hanging out and reading books in the cozy little nooks. I walk up to the counter and see a familiar pierced face. Hey, you were the dude I yelled at a bunch the other night.
Aww.
Amanda casts a sideways glance at me. He tried to sell me shirts. And who might you be, miss?
Dad.
This is my daughter, Amanda, the person I am a father to and am very protective of. An honor to make your acquaintance. My name is Pablo. Did I mention that I make witch house music? I wouldn't call witch house music, but okay.
Ugh.
A piercing blow to my ego, though, not one that will dissuade my need to impress you. My innate dad senses tingle. I'm overwhelmed with the fatherly protective energy. I must do something to protect my child. Change the subject, defend witch house, reappropriate lines from Taken. This one. Listen to her, Pablo. I have a very specific set of skills to him. I can type pretty fast for people my age. If you so much as harm a hair on my daughter's head, I'll be coming for you as a comfortable 80 word per minute after I practice a little. Dad. Baldy. Matt comes out from washing the dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high-five, as fellow cool people do. I see you've met my newest employee. At your service, although I'm only here until Vacant Veil starts their world tour. When's that? Well, we have to put out a record first.
Hey.
Alright, Pablo, now what do we do with customers again? Right, yes. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folks of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage? A smashing pumpkin spice latte, please. A classic. And you? Americana football, decaf for cutie, Father John Misto. This one? Sure. A Father John Misto, please. That might be the worst pun I've ever heard. Hey, it's pure comedy. Yeah, puns are the highest form of comedy. Oh, I was making joke off of Father John Misty has an album called Pure Comedy, and the drink is named after Father John Misty, so yeah, never mind. Coming right up! Pablo gets to work on making our drinks while Matt observes him.
Hey.
He'll get the hang of it. For as goofy of a dude as he is, kid works hard. Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
I'm actually going to be done training Pablo in a couple hours and was going to go record shopping. Want to come along? Absolutely. Pablo brings us our drinks and Amanda buries herself in her laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink and cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me he had trouble hanging out with other people, but for some reason he and I can talk and joke like old buds. It's weird. I feel really comfortable around him. That's not weird. We're on our second date. Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking to the record store.
Oh.
Have you ever been here before? No, I mean, we have a record player sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive.
Hey.
Oh, this should be fun then. We're going to find you some good stuff. The walls of the store are packed with posters, artwork, stickers, and records. A few people mill around, flipping through milk crates of albums. Some indie band is playing through the speakers. It's a nice vibe. So, why do people still buy records? It's kind of outdated at this point.
Oh.
There's a lot of people who will try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer or is more true to the artist's intent, but really I think it's just nice to collect records.
Hey.
It's cool that in this day and age we have just about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones, but there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands that I'll always love.
Hey, yeah.
That's why I get as many of the records that I love in physical form as possible. Remember when we were kids and would have to wait around by the radio with cassette tapes so we could record our favorite
Yeah,
songs?
sounds great.
It made each listen really special, and mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took. Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time someone gave me a real mixtape was in high school.
Hey.
I look around at the multi-level record store and spot some genres. Future jungle, Punk, exploitation. I have no idea where to even start. Man, this is a little overwhelming.
Oh.
Here, let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavor would you be? Cookies and cream, obviously.
Oh.
If you could buy one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be? Daffodil Mountain Spring, Camouflage Summer Breeze, Spring Creek Fireball, Power Violence Cherry Blossom. What the fuck is Power Violence Cherry Blossom, and where can I get one?
Hey.
What's your favorite ambient sound? Rain, bowling alley, Star Trek bridge ambience, howls of the bone chorus. I really like rain. What's your dream vacation spot? In my backyard inside of active volcano, living off the fat of the land in Ibiza, starting a new life in the Baltics. Why is going on a roller coaster not on here? Sure. What's your deepest, darkest fear? I worry that people are nice to me only because they want something from me. I fear that I don't deserve happiness and won't ever get it. What if nobody exists but me and I fabricated this universe? Saying you too when the waiter tells me to enjoy your food. I do that accidentally all the time. This one. Matt thinks for a moment.
What?
Oh, I know just the thing.
Oh.
Matt runs to the other end of the store and returns holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me. This is Trouble Will Find Me by The National. The National have honed their sad guy sound on album after album, and by this point they're old pros about feeling blue. The music is so amazing that it'll actually cheer you up. Whoa, dude, thanks for the recommendation.
Hey.
You're gonna have a great time with it, promise. Matt and I bring our record to the cash register. A young girl with a septum ring and a buzz cut stands behind the counter with one earbud in. Usual stuff today, Matt?
Hey.
Just some light pickups. Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm Good at This by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls, and Greatest Hits by Remo Drive. Tight.
Hey.
The cashier rings Matt up and hands back his albums in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously. Who's the nerd?
Hey.
Those are all very real? Wait, the band? That nerd is my buddy, Valdi. Valdi, this beacon of human charm is Molly. I got kicked out of art school for destroying my paintings at the end of every critique. Oh, yeah, the fears, those are all very real, too. I got confused because I read that later. Lovely to meet you. Anyway, Matt, is the open mic night still on?
Oh.
You know it. Are the Third Waves gonna do special acoustic performances? I might see if I can get a few of the girls together. There's an open mic night going on?
Oh.
Yeah, dude, we do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through. Got a flyer for it right here.
Hey.
You and Amanda should come by that night. Matt blushes. I mean, if you're not doing anything, will Venkat Vale be performing?
Hey.
If only. I finish paying for my record and we head out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since Vans had shag carpeting. Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think of all those weird little musical memories? How do you mean? Well, I think music is a very time and place sort of thing. A song is important to me not only in that I think it sounds good, but where I was and what I was doing when I listened to it. There's music that reminds me of exes, of struggling through school, of being so poor that I didn't know where my next meal was coming from.
Hey.
All that stuff. And listening to those songs reminds me of the moments of my life. Yeah, now that I think of it, even the pop concert Amanda made me take her to is special to me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their songs on the radio reminds me of how young and excited Amanda was.
Hey.
And then that even reminds me of a younger me going to see my favorite bands in concert with all my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement like we were so slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? Matt stops and thinks for a moment. It's been decades. Dude, me too. Where do you even get pot now? Is that even what the kids call it these days? I don't know.
Hey.
But I bet I could find out. Do you want to get high and listen to our new records? Yeah, why not? Matt pulls his phone and starts texting.
Oh.
After a few minutes, he looks up and smiles at me.
Hey.
Molly's got a hookup. Says to meet in an alley near the coffee shop. Okay, if it turns out to be the feds, you make a break for it and I'll take the heat. Just promise me that you'll raise Amanda like she was your own. You realize that weed has been legalized in the state, right? I definitely knew that.
Oh.
But we live in dangerous times. Who knows what lurks in the seedy underbelly of Maple Bay? We could find ourselves on the wrong end of a deal gone bad. Just look out for Amanda. I swear.
Huh?
Oh, here's our guy. Coming around the corner of one of those nasty grease dumpsters, shrouded in darkness, is a lean figure dressed in all black. Excuse me, Mr. Drug Man? Surprise! The person almost jumped out of their skin. It's Lucian, Damien's son. Who sent you?
Huh?
We're cool, man, we're cool. Says who? For all I know, you could be with the feds. Actually, weed is league. Prove you're cool. What? I need to know you're cool. You're down or I bolt. Show him you're not wearing a wire. Impress him with your extensive knowledge of current drug lingo. Cite mutually assured destruction. I've seen this in cop films before. I lift up my shirt to prove I'm not wearing a wire. Oh, Jesus, put that away, please. Look, it's fine. I get it. Buzz cut Molly said you were coming. Right, now that formalities are out of the way, let's make a deal. Sigh. All right, how much do you want? One? One what?
Hey.
Yeah. He means weed, Lucian. Yeah, but how much?
Oh.
One? Oh my god, look, here, take this and give me $10. Just don't tell my dad. Let's all forget this other happened.
Hey.
I won't tell your dad if you don't. Lucian hands me a baggie of something and disappears down the alleyway. I open it and take a deep breath. It smells like genuine drugs. Yes, sirree.
Yeah, sounds great.
That went smoothly. Yeah, we should get off of public property before we smoke this. Great idea. Let's head back to my place, yeah? Then I walk over to our cul-de-sac and stop at a gas station on the way to buy rolling papers and soda. I feel like I'm 16 again. Carmesita's having a sleepover tonight, so that gives us all the time we need to do drugs.
Hey.
Awesome, let's do some drugs. Matt pulls one of the records out of his bag and puts it on for us. I plop down on a comfy leather couch and look around his place. There are a bunch of band posters, and his record collection takes up an entire wall. Whoa, what a collection.
Hey.
Been collecting my whole life. It was nice to finally get them all in one place after being on the road for so much of my life. I had to ask my parents to hold on to them for me. Matt sits down next to me and we lay the marijuana drugs out on the coffee table. Do you want me to do the honors? Please, it's your house.
Hey, yeah.
If you say so.
Oh.
Matt pulls out some rolling papers and sprinkles some of the beatnik tobacco onto a piece. He starts rolling it back and forth and the paper breaks almost immediately, spilling drugs all over the couch.
Oh.
Never was too good at this.
Hey.
Matt tries again and is able to successfully roll a nice-looking weed cigarette. He hands me a lighter and the blunt, I think, and I take it. Well, let's open up the nug, smoke some of that gateway drug, rip off the I don't know if that's what people call it. I light the joint and inhale deeply. This is not what I remembered. It's been a while though. Maybe pot drugs have just gotten more potent since the last time I smoked. I pass the joint to Matt and cough a little bit. Should it sting this much or am I just a baby? Matt takes his eyes and his hit and his eyes go white. That's not weed. Oh, God.
Hey,
Do we develop a taste for meth? No, it's... Matt takes another hit and winces.
Hey.
Yeah, this is oregano. I sniffed the air. Yeah, that would definitely explain why it smells like a pizza place in here. That little punk ripped us off.
Hey.
Oh well, we can still relax and enjoy the music sober. You know what? You're right.
Hey.
We sit and listen through the Diet Sig album that Matt bought, which is catchy as hell. We look around the room again and see photos of Carmencita growing up. I spot a young woman with a huge smile in one of the pictures with the two. Who's that? Oh, that's Rosa. She was Carmencita's mother. She died when Carmencita was young. I'm sorry to hear that. Amanda lost Alex at a young age, too. I can understand how hard that must have been. I look around again, spotting a framed gig poster hanging on the wall. On it, there's an illustration of Matt and Rosa surrounded by flowers. The cursive lettering reads, "Stillness and dancing." Looks like they played the Soundgarden over a decade ago. Were you two in a band together?
Oh, man.
Yeah, was the reason I was touring so much when I was younger. We traveled the whole country in this rinky-dink little van. It was hard to start, but once we started gaining notoriety and seeing how much our songs meant to kids, it was just incredible. Wow, that seems like a life some people only dream of.
Hey.
It was, and it was difficult at the same time. I couldn't have done it without someone by my side. Rosa and I knew we couldn't do it forever. The long hours on the road, missing our family, sleeping in the van, all that stuff. So once she became pregnant with Carmencita, we put down roots in our favorite town to play in. Right here. Since she was a kid, Rosa had a dream to own a quiet little coffee shop. She had died before it opened. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
Don't be. I'm not really sure what to say. I could possibly count the number of times I told people the same thing after Alex died. Matt gets up to flip the record. Next to the turntable, I notice a dusty piano. Do you play?
Oh, man.
I'm out of practice. I used to jam on the keys back in the day. Oh, yeah? I fronted the hottest 7-piece ska band at the Eagle Rock Bay High School had to offer. No, wait, you had a ska phase? Ska never dies. Except for Communist Manifesto, who broke up after the senior talent show to pursue solo careers.
Yeah, sounds great.
Dude, that's so rad. Matt pulls out the piano bench.
Oh.
Give me some of that two-tone love. Oh man, let's see if I still got it.
Hey.
I sit down at the piano. I go with a classic stick to your ska roots. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Hey, I think I'm doing it. I'm playing ska.
Hey.
Wait, that was just Smoke on the Water. Matt, I've forgotten how to play. The Deep Purple is always appreciated nonetheless. Alright, buddy, can you top that?
Man.
I shouldn't. Aw, come on.
Hey.
No, it's been a long time. Never too late to get back into it. Matt, you just sat through a butchered version of Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water. How much worse can it be? Matt stares at the piano for a second. Okay. Okay. Matt closes his eyes and runs his fingers over the keys. He breathes in deep and starts playing a melody. If I didn't know that he hadn't played the piano in a long time, I would never have guessed it. Matt plays a soft, sweet tune filled with emotion. I've never heard this before. Is this one of his original works? This is so cool.
Hey, yeah.
Matt finishes the song and finally opens his eyes. How was that? That was amazing. Oh, it's nothing. Come on, man, that was killer. Are you going to pull that out for the open mic tonight?
Hey.
Oh, no, I never play at those. Well, why not? You're really good. It's just, I just don't do it anymore. I just don't like being up there and alone and having so many people stare at me. It doesn't feel fun anymore. I can sense that Matt's getting uncomfortable with the thought of it. I won't push him any further. All right, man, but I hope you know how beautiful your music is.
Oh, man.
Thanks. Matt and I sit and listen to more records until it gets late, and I decide that I need to get to bed. Matt walks me to my door. Let's never tell anyone about the oregano, okay? Deal. Wait, can I tell my doctor? I don't know anything about the health effects of smoking oregano. And I think we'll be fine.
Hey.
Night, dude. I smile. Night. I love Matt. Oh, I love him. I walk inside, and the house is dark, save for a silver light coming from beneath Amanda's door.
Ah.
I knock lightly on the door, and I'm meant to enter Amanda's room. She's sitting at her desk with her camera, editing photos. Hey, Amanda? Amanda swivels around in her chair and faces me, slumped down. What smells like a pizza parlor in here? What? Nothing. So, what's up? Dad, I'm hungry.
Ah.
Wait, no. Hi, hungry.
Ah.
No! I'm Dad! Amanda collapses on the floor. I promised myself I'd never let it come to this. Sorry, kiddo, you set it up. I spike it down. You're a monster. Want some spaghetti? Yes, please.
Huh.
Amanda and I boil pasta and heat up sauce in a pan. Well, I boil pasta and heat up sauce while Amanda watches. Despite my best effort, I'm not able to set it on fire.
Huh.
How was record collecting? It was great. Did you know that Matt used to play in a band? No way. Was he good? I don't know if the band was good, but he played some piano for me tonight, and it was amazing.
All right.
He played piano for you? Dude. Yeah, I brought it up that he should play at the open mic night that's happening in his coffee shop, but he was kind of weird about it. Hey, I saw a flyer for that. We should go. It's not too late to start a father-daughter punk band and play a couple tunes there. Yeah, let me break my glockenspiel. I think I only know hot cross buns, but we can work off the chord progression. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back to her room to do photography stuff. I ended up watching True Life. I'm a house hunter. They're staging an intervention for the house hunter who is crying uncontrollably over the color of the walls. They know they can paint the walls in their house any color they want, right? Matt's song stuck in my head all night. Date complete. An A?
I'm down for an encore.
Why didn't I get an S? I did everything right. That's lame. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? Crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strange. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugging up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Oh, God. Leave her alone. Alright, I'll leave you be. I back out of the room and close the door gently behind me. She immediately starts crying again. Wow, I have no idea what has her so upset. She seemed totally normal. I feel awful just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling that if I tried to do anything else, it would only have made her more upset. I can't stop mentally cycling through all the sorts of awful things she could be dealing with right now. More than anything, I just want her to be happy and safe. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle in the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, any big going on at school today? No? Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back on the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement, pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knee, she would get back up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream, and it was like nothing even happened. After giving a bit of thought, I decided to force her to talk about it. I'm going to make things worse, but I have an idea. I started rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading to the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know there's something wrong, and even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, I suggest whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting has set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over again. Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%.
Huh.
This is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big old hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately. There's just... I don't know how to even explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
Oh.
I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R. is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. The one who puked in Dead Gotham Beyond? The best friend? The other one?
Yeah.
You got it. Wow, proud of you.
Huh.
Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M. that both Emma's, Grace, and Noah all went to the party at Mackenzie F's on the same night that they told me they were busy studying for a Calc 8B final. Yikes.
Oh.
So another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and that's the thing. What? Whoa, I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was MR, and she promised not to tell anyone. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everyone to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phone down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we're out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable.
Aww.
So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there? But Grace, Emma P., Emma R., and Noah, all hanging out together eating nachos without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalator watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R., which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there. I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R's just like glares at me. Grace, nothing is coming. I don't know who that is. Grace is the boring one? Gossipy one. Did she poop the bed too? Boring one? Well, yeah, but that's not the important part. Grace is one who nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed that I just wanted to get out of there. So I left, without nachos, might I add, which was the only further contributed to this shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma R. asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? What did Emma R. say? I'm a little confused, but I understand. I have no idea what's happening. What did Emma R. say? Oh, okay. Get a load of this. Emma R. says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads word for word an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I could not believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is beyond me, but I'm trying my hardest to be supportive.
Oh.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's been a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red, and then, wait, left me on red? What is that? Oh, like she saw my message and didn't reply, and I know because there are red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm going to nod and pretend like I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P. about how mad I am because she's the least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everyone and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? He tells me that Emma P. sent screenshots of everything, and I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. All right, I think you lost me at screenshots, but it definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everyone dropped me, half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I most expected it from everyone else, but Emma R's been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnant of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What could possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Well, I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, would I have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago? But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not all friendships last forever. Real friendships don't. Friends don't do this. High school sucks. Not all friendships last forever. People are going to come in and out of your life. It's just how it works. Not every friendship is going to last forever, so cherish your friends while you have them. And when it's over, don't dwell so much on the bad stuff. You had some good times with Emma R, but you guys grew apart. Learn from it and keep moving forward. There are so many new friends to make, and they're going to be so much cooler than Emma R and the rest. Ultimately, I think this says more about their character than it does yours, because you're amazing, and if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. Amanda, I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yes? Thank you. You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Oh, I like that was voice acted. I love you too, Dad. Everyone needs to know how to use power tools.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, so I think this was a good place to leave it. We got some emotions. I will say that I know exactly how Amanda is feeling because I lost a lot of friends a few years ago. So, not all friendships last, and that's fine. And sometimes I miss them, but the friends I have now are the best I've ever had. So I'm glad for that. But,
So I'm going to leave it there. I wanted to thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed that video, please leave it on the like below. If you would like to see more of my content, please subscribe. And if there's any games you'd like to see me play, please leave it in a comment below. Please remember that you are valid, I care about you, and I can't wait to hang out with you in the next game. Bye-bye!